Raise your hand if you don't like rally. I will wait. Probably for a long time. Welcome back to the Skill Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. Today we're taking a first look, run and review of the Kyosho 1971 Datsun 240Z rally car. And here it is. Wow. Kyosho knows a thing or two about making bodies. They don't know a thing or two about hiding body posts, but after seeing this body, I will let it slide because this thing rocks. This is a Fazer Mk2 four-wheel drive rally car edition. There are a lot of changes under the hood that make this much more suitable to a little more off-road spirited driving that you might find in a typical rally stage. Especially in 1971, when this car debuted at the East African Safari Rally. This is the livery they presented, those were the drivers, and this thing friggin' rules. I don't know how it finished in that rally. Put a comment down below, let me know how it did. But I don't care, because it looks so good. The 240Z, a very popular sports car of even now. They make them now under the Nissan brand. Datsun, of course, was the original brand that they made Nissans when they brought them to North America. You could still get a Datsun back in those early days, but anyway, this is a very faithful recreation of a very cool car. The only big distinction, of course, Fazers are four-wheel drive systems, and I'm pretty sure that this car would have been rear-wheel drive only back in 1971. I doubt very much that it had an all-wheel drive system. One more thing on this body. I've lost all the little protective caps to prevent the body getting scratched, but just look at that paint. Like, that is really good quality Lexan paint. I love how they flatted out the hood like the actual real car. But these decals and all the sponsorship stickers, they look fantastic. It's really, really, really good. Kyosho has not skimped on the bodies for any of their Fazers, but I feel like this one is sort of like the one to get. And now we'll take a look at the chassis and I'll explain why I think that. 10 o'clock. First things first, there is this nice Lexan over tray on this chassis, which is going to help keep a lot of the larger debris out from the main system. Of course, sand, water, all of those things will still get in there, but they are waterproof electronics, so you should be okay there. Let's get that off so we can get a better look at the chassis itself. The biggest change that Kyosho made for the Fazer Mk2 Rally Edition is they've raised the suspension, and you can see it's pretty significant. It's got a lot of travel under there now, which is really, really good to see. You want to have all that you want to have all that nice plush travel when you are going over jumps, hitting some obstacles. This thing is going to sail across everything. In order to give this car all that additional travel, the shock stays, like shock towers, are different front and rear from a typical Fazer. The other big change they made was the actual angle of that front under tray. So now it's got a much more agreeable approach angle for rocks, sticks, when it hits a jump. Like, these are all things they thought of with rallying in mind. It is a four-wheel drive system, like I said, rear-mounted 550 can brushed motor. I'm guessing it's a 14-turn. It doesn't say, but it does say G14L, so I'm assuming that that means that it's a 14-turn brushed motor. Paired to what looks to be a Kyosho-branded 1060, maybe 1080. Probably a 1060, though, if I'm honest. 60 amp ESC, so probably a 1060, which will allow for 2S LiPos. It does have a Dean's connector and a very large battery tray, so you can put a pretty significantly large 2S pack in there. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of those. Nice new Rally Block tires. These are new to the Fazer platform, and feels like there's a pretty stiff foam in there, but some nice grip, and they are a reasonable soft compound, so it should give you a nice bit of traction. Now, a lot of plastic in the Fazer Mark II lineup, especially when you get the brushed motor edition. The drive shafts are plastic. The main drive shaft is a plastic composite. It's, you know, a plastic chassis, plastic bits everywhere, but metal cap shocks. So a significant amount of plastic, but plastic is good in a rally car. I think you're going to want to have some give, because I'm sure you're going to be rolling this, because they rolled those rally cars a lot back then. But yeah, a very nice setup, a very standard Fazer line, nothing really different except for the things that I've already mentioned. How's the servo feel? Ooh, servo feels good. That feels like a pretty strong, reasonably fast servo. I don't know if I've got specs on it. If I do, I'll put them right here so you can read them. And if you're interested in any of the other Fazers that I've reviewed over the years, I will put a link up below to some of my more good videos. Better video. Good videos. No, they're good. They're really good. Go check them out. And in fact, one other thing I should mention, if you are not already, you should definitely check out the channel memberships here on the Scale Builders Guild. I offer all kinds of behind-the-scenes videos, including tips, tricks, how-tos. I just did a painting demonstration on how to do tattoos and paint canoes. You also get early access to most videos, and you also get some really cool extra perks. It's definitely worth checking out, and we'd love to have you, because it's fun to be part of a secret cool group. It's a membership club with privileges. More of my ugly face. All right, in the box, you do get the Synchro KT231P radio. This one's fairly easy to operate one-handed. I do like the Kyosho radios. They do feel nice and solid. It is a 3-channel radio, so if you wanted to add a light kit and you wanted to have that turn on and off from the radio, you could probably make that happen. All the controls are analog, but they do the job, and it's a good, decent radio. You also get a different offset set of brake discs. There's also some tools, some plastic replacement parts there, and it looks to be some different versions of body posts as well. Some shock clips, replacement servo horns, a little bit of a tool kit in there as well. And there's also a nice handy dandy manual. And these are always really handy. Always gives you an exploded view so you can go in and make changes or fix things if you need to. And that's all you get in the box. If it's like any other Fazer, it's going to be a lot of fun. I was able to shoehorn in this Genzace 5300 milliamp hour 2S pack. That's a 60C discharge, which should be a nice solid pack for a car of this size. It's maybe a little bit bigger than you'd want to go usually, but I am always a fan of bigger is better. Did I say that out loud? Nice quiet servo. Not super quick, but there is a servo saver on there, so won't have any worry about damaging it, which is good. Let's see how the speed is here. That's a significant amount of speed. I think that'll be a fun little car. I cannot wait to take this out. And on that note, maybe we should do that. But before we do you like rallying? Is rallying something that you think should be more prevalent in RC? We see so many rally models, but we don't see a lot of really organized rally sort of competitions like they have in Europe. We need more of those over here. Put a comment down below. Let me know if you're interested in something like that. It'd be fun to get that started. And of course, if you're enjoying this video and you like rally cars, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. All right, enough talking about it. Let's get it outside and see how it does. And there you go. That's a first look. I think this car is a lot of fun. I really enjoy the Fazer line. I really enjoy how much detail and effort Kyosho puts into their bodies. These things just look so spectacular. And there's always going to be a special place in my heart for rally cars, especially vintage ones like this. If you're interested in this sort of thing, I will be sure to put a link down below where you can pick one up for yourself as soon as they're available. Thank you so much to Kyosho for sending this my way, and they've actually sent a few things for That's a Weird RC, so if you've got any guesses on that, I'd love to hear what you're thinking. And of course, thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.